receivers when they got Prescott. Costs us a lot to get Prescott 3 draft choices instead of 2, first, second, and third, I tell you. But hey, we gotta have him. Building this team from the ground up. Well, we had to put them Steelers this year, maybe. I don't know. Look at the schedule.
They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back into win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together, your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can... and get a victory.
All right, baby, let's go. We got rid of Collins. We lost Collins and some draft choices just to get this quarterback. So we gave up a lot. His defense is not as good as it was. Let's see what's happening.
And you can see so many positive things about him as a player. Durable, guys got a big right arm. Receivers absolutely love him to be able to go downfield and grab the football. But I think he elevates his play. In fact, I know he elevates his play when he gets to the postseason. And that's the kind of guy you want leading your team.
Incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was in the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Second down now after the incompletion.
That results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Good stop, fellas. Make him punt it.
And likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So nothing there, but maybe blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Starting field position here for the offense. Now first carry for the ball. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try to create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Screen pass to Blood. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take it away. Here on first down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. So a new man under center here, Charles. It's the ultra-rare quarterback trade, and he delivers a strike there.
And you just don't see this happen very often. Changing of teams during the season at the quarterback position, but they expect impact from him, and they should get it.
Here's Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Rookie, cut that out.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Down about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
And there's another completion to the tight end. Let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got to nail.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Back to throw down. First down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football. Complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 4. And it looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one, it's intercepted. It's picked off. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 of his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt. But that's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But you play the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And the Ravens taking the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes.
That was not the right guy.
You get the nerves at the beginning of a game.
That's my fault.
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you get that nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Rob Ninkovich will have a great chance to get polished up over time. Whether he's rushing as a defensive end or playing outside linebacker, he's awfully productive.
gets the handler. And get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. Tackle position.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They come out here in the air. Here's Flacco. Blitz coming into Belly goes. Rodney with a big-time sack on 3rd down.
Good blitz, baby.
It'll be a loss of 7.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot, for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
No doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and come away with nothing. That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Will they make up for it? 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got to pin down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
It's 3 to 4 yards. That's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect. Really, as a play call, you get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing a 2nd there. Just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? That's the way this game's going right now. Bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
Certainly have. Plenty of family back there.
He comes back with 1 complete.
First down.
Down at about the 21-yard line. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get it. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to their former level.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. The completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
That rookie down now. He ain't coming back.
the air or to the ground. They come up to the left center line. Now blown. And get out to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. Nothing our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders are made for greatness, not death.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. See if they stay on the ground for a second down. Out of the gun, they look to throw. Over the middle, a catch by Coleman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people out.
The play clock's running down. So now 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. Nickel look. And it is incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And now it's 4th down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Outside the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Flacco, throw here on 3rd down. And it's Allen. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
A lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and come back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
Able to pick up the first. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Fake to Allen. Here's Flacco. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it. And he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Here's Flacco. Here's a screen to Powell. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there. It's good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up to catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But for your defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And then behind the sticks here a bit, now dealing with a 2nd and 12. They'll run it out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An extra defensive back was inserted on that play where they call their nickel defense. And what you're hoping as an offense is that they will get out of there thinking it's a pass play and create space for you to run the draw. In this case, that didn't happen. The extra DB was not blocked and made the play.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. Surveying the field. Flacco's going to get there. Down he goes. Defense coming through.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, how do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help the defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time definitely to give the rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Coleman has it here right side. 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way.
Good score, baby.
New England. Brandon Coleman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Good throw.
You know what the real key is to stop being a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out there, they punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the ball away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But even though you made a mistake, you didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we're going to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Second down following the run. To about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Third down now following the run. And they lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He loses 5 full yards to bring it forward.
Good defense, fellas. Somebody say, shut that shit down. Shut it down.
As I search for my cue card, here we go. Coming up at that time, Larry Rubin will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Thank you. This is fielded at the 27. Giving 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands first and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on the grease board, right in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
If it's that easy here. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it gives the Pats a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
You need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They go play action here on first down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete.
Good throw, baby. Rookie again. Rookies.
Their big-bodied receiver. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Gostkowski for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard.
I would say so. They need to look at their defense a little bit. They got to be on the field. Put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Flacco finding time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Shaw. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Patriots gearing up to go now. And they'll be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always...
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. They come up with an offset eye. Here's Blunt. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score.
Good score, baby.
LeGarrette Blunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He says those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point try for Gostkowski. it is now 21-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. And the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? They start the drive with a give to Allen. He juked him and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Ravens now for 2 straight weeks are having trouble throwing the football. The Patriots defense will hope they can force that trend to continue in the second half. All right, let's roll the highlights. Third down from the 18. Prescott's got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted. Correa is happy to come away with the pick and end the draw. Now first and 10, the pass is completed into tight coverage, and this play goes for a score. They strike first in the half. First and 10, here the pass will be completed into coverage, and it leads to a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Patriots have it late in the second. Blunt's going to look for a gap, and he go in for the 6-yard touchdown. Lead grows to 21. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and back out now to M&T Bank Stadium for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Prescott. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at the end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Here's Prescott. It's caught outright Amendola. It's a 40-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. They'll throw. And he's got Bennett. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It'd be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got it complete. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Blunt, the low running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
What's often perceived as a weakness of a 3-4 defense is the defensive line and their ability to stop a run game. But if you have a massive nose tackle or a nose guard who can sit in the middle and eat up double teams, that allows other guys to get to the ball much quicker.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And Blunt down, but not before they're inside the 25.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They look to throw now on first down. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 and the 16-yard line. Give it 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So this is the 2nd consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week.
Play clock down to 2 and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side, Bennett. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Long drive, the defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now Prescott. This pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
So it was a drive that seemed to go on for an eternity, forever. Our sponsors were probably saying, hey, we need to get our products in here in these commercials. But after all of that, 3 points is the result.
Yeah, it's hard to say who came out ahead, isn't it? On one hand, you kept the defense out there a long time. But after controlling the ball for so long and just moving the ball incrementally down the field, a field goal seems like a bad result.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to remember these things work well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come out here in the eye. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
Come on, guys.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's
Gotta pick that up.
for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense puts the ball on the ground, but they pick it back up. Now they face a third down. Third and long for Joe Flacco. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And the defense coming through on third down. Loss of 7 to bring it up forward.
That's the second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Sam Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Here's Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Down at the low running back. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
When a linebacker is able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got hit, the quarterback was checking it down, he's made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
So at third and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. Pick up 10 yards.
All right, 4th and inches, baby. We're going for it.
Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side. Instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. It's a keeper with Prescott. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Everything they want, just unable to complete it in the end zone, a big-time drop.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Blunt, the low running back. And they'll give it to him here. And they'll get him down here about the 5-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Whether you play a West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you either throw a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes there's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go. Because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and he'll bring down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Second down, Flacco now. Right back for Allen. This time he finds his complete. And he'll get it out near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 1.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
3rd down now following the completed pass. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Passing play, Flacco. Quick hit here, it's complete. It's a gain of 3, and it gives him the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought I was trying to get the
that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Side catch, Gilmore. 40 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Come on, guys, let's go. It's almost over.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception.
Sean, you gotta pick that off. He threw that right to you.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Another DB.
Because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First and 10, Flacco looking to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. And toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 10 yards still left on second down. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down. And this week, as the numbers show, just not as crisp. I don't know what it is, arm strength or what, but just not the same as last week, right?
One of the things we noticed last week was the ability to look off defenders. You know, look in one direction to set them up, move them in that spot, and then come back in the opposite direction and hit open receivers. Today, what we're seeing is him just kind of locking on to people. Okay, here it is, and he's going to throw it. Maybe he has just too much confidence in his arm. For whatever reason, not nearly as sharp or crisp as we saw in the game last week.
Yeah, absolutely. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Flacco, and that's complete to Gilmore. And he's brought down. It's a good game of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Flacco will take to the air again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. A really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They go pass again with Flacco. This will be caught at about the 5. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it third and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than he normally does for a quarterback has to slide and fire over.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Allen Bridge in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. And it is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. And not a good performance by them or by their offense, for that matter. It just hasn't been a good game.
And it's really easy at this point to point fingers. Hey, you guys didn't get a whole lot done today. Didn't give us much of a cushion. But the truth of the matter is, having great defense, your pride says whatever your offense gives you, you're supposed to allow 1 point less. So they thought they let them down as well.
Yeah, I guess fingers could be pointed on both sides.
Good ball game right there. That's how you play. Perfect game. That was worth the money. Worth the players we gave up. Worth the draft choices.
A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.